Hi everybody, good evening. So I'm so sorry, I look like a hot mess. I just got out the shower and it is nighttime, but I have to get a jump on tomorrow because I'm actually very busy tomorrow as well. So today has been a long day, but I want to make sure that I'm able to get all this to you. And then, yeah, so the journal questions. So we're on day 3. I really hope that you guys are actually writing these down, processing them. I'm just making sure I'm getting them out back to back to back because there's so much information I need to share. So even if you just watch one video per week and focus on those questions per week, that is definitely a great start. I don't suggest you doing this all in one week. Definitely go ahead and spread them out. But all right, so these are the questions for today. What frustrates you the most? What frustrates you? What are you grateful for? What in your life are you grateful for? An attitude of gratitude goes truly a long way. I'm going to be talking about it later, and I always say that, but there's just so much. I have to get through these questions. But our perspective on things are so important. The way that you see things is what's so important. Just like a glass, right? I can give you guys a glass and literally put it halfway full, and could I ask you, is that glass halfway empty or is it halfway filled? See, your perspective is very important. But like this one lady one time said, she's like, well, you should be happy you even got a glass anyways. You're darn right. I mean, that was so beautiful. We are lucky that we even have a glass. And even if it is only halfway filled, you still have room to fill it. And even if your glass is empty, now you have room to fill it from what you want. So even like when we say people hit rock bottom, well, perfect. The only way from rock bottom is up. You can't go no further down. The only way to go now is up. So attitude of gratitude, you guys, it is so important. That's why I tell you guys, once you go through experiences, go back, try to identify what you had to learn from it, the lesson, so you're able to grow from it, because there is something in everything. Like every situation we go through, you're supposed to gain and grow from it. So and if not, that's why we keep in the same patterns and cycles until you learn what you need out of this season. You can't move on to the next season. It's like a video game, or even stairs. Let's say stairs because some people may not play video games, but to get to the next level, you have to walk step by step to get to that next level. And if you miss steps, you could fall, you can get hurt. And if you don't take the steps, you're not going to get there. So I'm telling you guys, attitude of gratitude. The next one, what inspires you the most? What inspires you? That is so powerful all in its own, because especially when you are down or grieving or hurt, you need to know what's going to inspire you to get up and to keep moving forward. And a lot of it is knowing your calling, your vision, and having that having a vision is going to be so important, because once you have that vision, you're going to want to run after it. So once you have the vision, you know what your calling and purpose is. So that is very important, you guys. The next one, when was the last time that you cried? When was the last time you cried? To be honest, before about 3.5 years ago, I would never cry. Ever since I was 5 years old, I told myself I would never again cry in front of anybody. I would never allow somebody else to have that power and control over me ever again. And that was the worst thing I could have done for myself. Tears bring healing. Tears bring so much healing, you guys. And we need to learn to cry just to get it out. Just even like you see, I'm happy right now, but even a couple hours ago, I was crying to the Lord. I was crying, first of all, because He's just so loving and beautiful. And second of all, because I'm still processing things. I'm still working things in and out of myself as well. So crying is so important. So I want to ask you guys, when was the last time you just sat down and just cried it out? Just like with journaling. Like I said, when you are filled with all of this, it's going to come out one way or the other. So either you're going to sit down and cry it out, or you're going to journal it out. but you need a way, you need an outlet to get that out of you. The next one is, when was the last time you had an anger outburst? How did that, like, how were you able to deal with it? And what was the outcome of it? You guys, anger is a secondary emotion. That means that there is something else first. And a lot of times it is hurt. But we don't want to say that we're hurt. So we just say we're mad, we're angry. No, really, it's because you're a little bit upset, but it's also because you're hurt. So, we got to learn to identify that, so we're just not going around and doing angry outbursts on other people. It's not fair nor right to them. And again, I'm telling you, I would use myself as an example because the Lord is definitely helping me with it. I would hold things in for months, 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 and months. And then all of a sudden, one day I would just explode. Then I would feel so much better. But then I would wonder why everybody was mad at me, because I ran my big mouth. I ran my big mouth, you guys. So, we got to learn how to deal with our anger. And a lot of times it's not that, it's hurt. So you got to be able to identify what's going on with you, name it. Okay, the next one and the last question for today. Who is your hero? Why are they your hero? I want you to be able to identify, not just like, oh, I love that person, like they're my hero because I love them or because they've done so much for me. No, why. There's, I mean, those are good, but I need you to list them. But I also want you to list, what character traits does this person possess that you may like, that you may admire, that you may also want to take on. Once you're able to identify the actual characteristic traits of that individual, you can also go ahead and begin to work on that characteristic trait, so then you could have it as well. So like I said, a lot of this is just self-awareness, making you guys begin to think. Like I said before, a lot of us were just on autopilot, and then we wonder why things never change. I mean, you will be in a whole new season, a whole new experience, something that you've been waiting for. But because you don't truly know who you are, you don't know how to hold that. So I just wanted to go ahead and share those with you guys. Please make sure that you were able to watch the other videos as well, because we're building on to them. We only have a couple more days of them, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to another topic. So I hope that you guys are learning about yourself through this, and you're being able to identify what you're actually filled with and what is in you. Remember, a lot of times when we want to go through change, we want to change our hair, we want to change maybe our makeup, we want to change our clothing, we want to change all this external things, and wonder why it never lasts, or why we're never truly at peace, or why we never have joy. External things can't make you, it can't make you happy. It can add to your happiness, but it cannot give you happiness. Only internally can you be happy, and that is going inside. And is it easy? No, it is not easy at all, you guys. But remember, this is healing you. This is having you understand who you are and why you do some of those things that you don't want to do. Like the Bible says, you guys, I do what I don't want to do, and the things I want to do, I just can't. It's because of all that stuff that was already in you. It needs to come out, you guys. It needs to come out. So I just hope that you guys are understanding this. And real fast, I don't know why I'm getting this, but imagine like gold, okay? The higher you go up in percentage, the more pure it is. And when you melt gold, what comes up first? All the things that can't stay within the gold, all the impurities, all the stuff that is going to damage the gold. But that's why that gold has to be put in the furnace. And what does the Bible say? The affliction of the furnace of affliction. We all have to go through it. It's the only way to get this all out, you guys. But remember, you're going to be stronger in the end. You're going to be wiser in the end, and you're going to be a conqueror in the end, and be able to take what you used to battle with and touch the life of somebody else. Because now, not only were you a victim of it, You became a survivor of it, then you became an overcomer of it, and then you were able to conquer it. And once you're able to truly conquer it, then you can feed the multitudes. So I love you guys. God bless you and have a good evening.